Using a tool, correct now, using tool,
Hmm.
manually using template, he has to what report. And defect reporting tools are ClearQuest, DevTrack, Jira, Quality Central, Bugzilla. So in our course, we are going to study regarding this Jira, Pooja. Okay. So using this Jira, how to report defect. So we will get to know. Don't worry about that. So till now, no issues, no guidelines for test execution, test environment. So all these things, it has been clear, I guess, right, Pooja?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Now let us discuss about defect report template. See, defect you want to report in the form of document. So whenever you hear this term document, for the document one format will be there or one template will be there. The template contains contents like defect ID, defect description, version, steps, date raised, reference, detected by status, fixed by date close, severity, priority. So are you getting my point? No, Pooja.
Yes, sir.
So this is defect report template. So according to that template, some fields will be there. While reporting defect to the developer or developers, you have to fill each and every fields that are present in the defect report template. So when you are filling each and every fields in the template, then only it is complete defect report. Now let us see one by one which are those fields. What to enter in each and every field. First is defect ID. See, my dear Pooja, while testing or while executing the test cases, maybe you will be identifying many number of defects. So many number of defects you have identified means uniquely you have to identify. So for that defect ID you should be given. For example, 100 defects if you are identifying means for all 100 defects defect ID should be given. I hope defect ID field clear for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, defect description. Detailed description of the defect, including information about the module in which defect was found. Means you have to write few words about the defect. So in which module you have found that defect, why you have found that defect. So you should just give some description. Description regarding what, if you will ask me, regarding defect. Defect description, detailed description of the defect including information about the module in which defect was found. Next, version. Tell me, Pooja, in the real time, if there are 1000 requirements, according to all 1000 requirements in one shot, are they going to develop the software product?
No, sir.
Okay, no. So in the form of builds, they are going to develop the software product. Are you people getting my point, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first one build. Some requirements they will consider. According to those requirements, some features they will develop. Build one. So in build one, some defects will be there. Those defects will be fixed. Along with that, some other set of requirements they are going to consider. According to those requirements, they are going to develop the software product. Build 2, build 3, build 4. So for each and every build, they are going to give some versions. So that is nothing but version of the application. Please remember. So when you are reporting to the developer the defect, you have to tell the defect in which version of the software product you have identified. That piece of information you have to pass to the developer so that developer can understand very much effectively. In order to fix the defect, he should be having some effective information, detailed information. So that is the reason defect ID we will be having, defect description, next version. Not only these three things, apart from these three things, many things are there. If you provide many things, clearly developer can understand regarding the defect. Clearly he can understand regarding the defect so that easily he can fix the defect. See, if developer is in the position to understand the defect, then only he can fix that defect. As a test engineer, if you are not giving proper information regarding the defect, means tell me, how can the developer can understand regarding the defect? How can the developer fix the defect? That is the reason whenever you are reporting the defect to the developer or developers, you should be clear. Clearly you should be mentioning each and everything. Next, steps. Detailed steps along with the screenshots with which the developer can reproduce the defects. What is this, Pooja? So just by referring to that sentence, what comes into your mind? Can you please tell me the meaning of that? Please tell me quickly, Pa.
Like whenever we found a defect, what might be what is displaying in the screen or something like that. We need to take screenshots wherever we find that defects and need to mention all that along with the
See,
screenshot.
here if you are not mentioning steps as a test engineer, how have you identified that defect? If you are not giving these steps, giving those steps, even developer cannot understand. So you can tell to the developer, look developer, I just executed these steps. When I executed these steps, I got this defect. Even you also try. Even you will also get that. Even you are also going to get that defect. I hope you are getting my point there, Pooja.
Yes, sir.
Date raised. What is that, Pooja? Tell me, what is that?
The date when the defect is found.
Very good. Reference. Reference. Say that defect, whatever you have identified, no? Okay. Simply you cannot identify. For that, some reference should be there. Okay. Now, username text field is there. In the requirements, username text field should accept special characters. Something like that will be there in requirements. But when you are actually testing the software product, that username text field is not accepting the special character. So you have to tell to the developer, developer, here you have developed username text field, but please look into the requirements. In the requirements, that username text field should accept special characters, but you have not develop that username text field according to the requirements. So you have to just give the reference for him. So I have referred to the requirements document. So that is the reason I'm just reporting this as defect. Now developer is going to get one confidence. Oh, okay. So this mistake is mine. So test engineer is right. Please remember, Pooja, whichever the defect that you are going to report to the developer, you should be clearly describe that defect. Clearly you should be describing that defect. I hope you are understanding my point, Pooja.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you please read out the next field?
Design.
Detected by.
Okay.
Detect.
Detected by
So
name
that
or
just.
ID of the tester.
Yes, that's it. So status. Status means what? Huh? Tell me. See, as and when you report to the developer the defect, so the defect will be having different status. Open is one status, duplicate is one status. Like this, lot of status will be there. Just by looking into that status, you have to tell whether it is assigned or not, whether the developer has accepted or not. So it is your responsibility to fill the status field. Next is fixed by. So which developer is going to fix the defect? Next is date closed. Date when the defect is closed. Severity, priority. Maybe next topic we are going to discuss. So far now, any doubts? Till now, any doubts, Pooja?
No, sir.
Most frequently asked in the interview, Pooja, can you list me out some defect report contents? You have to tell defect ID, defect description, version, steps, date raised, reference, detected by, status, fixed by, date close, severity, priority. And you have to tell meaning of each and every field. In each and every field, what are you going to fill? Any doubts, Pooja? Once again, I'm asking you.
No, sir.
As it is, quickly, neatly copied on, understand and copied on. So that one round of revision should happen in the session itself. Puja, done?
I'm done, sir.
So complete description also have you written, right? That
Yes, sir.
fields description,
Yes.
severity, priority as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So please remember, Pooja, any defect you take, okay, any defect you take, defect is classified into two types. Or in other words, based upon severity, some defects you can classify. Based upon priority, some defects you can classify. So, based upon severity, blocker defect is there, critical is there, major is there, minor is there. So, based upon severity, defects can be what? Blocker defect, critical defect, major defect, minor defect. Based upon priority, there is P1 defect, P2 defect, P3 defect. Any defect as a test engineer you are going to identify. So for those defects or defect, you should be specifying severity. You should be specifying priority. Are you getting my point now, Pooja?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's understand the meaning of severity and priority. So how to specify severity for any defect? How to specify priority for any defect? So can you please read that first point, ma? Pooja?
Severity describes the seriousness of defect and how much impact on business workflow.
Fine, Pooja. There is one human, Pooja. There is one human. So for that human, okay, for that human, cold will be there. What will be there, Pooja?
Cold.
Cold. Okay. That cold, that is nothing but defect. Cold. How much is it going to affect human body, ma? Very seriously, is it going to affect to human body?
No.
No. Okay, fine. Same human. Okay, same human. So he will met with an accident. So maybe somewhere his hands would have got wound, some wound kind of thing would have happened. So now tell me, very much critically is it going to affect human body? Very much critically?
No. No.
So some majorly it is going to affect human body. See, whenever any person met with an accident, whenever his hand with wound, so at least human can walk, human can speak, human can do some movements. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Pooja, same human, mild heart attack will happen. Now tell me, Pooja, on that human body, critically is it going to affect?
It will affect, but
Yes, 100% it will affect. See, heart attack, that word itself tells us critically it is going to affect human body. Correct, right?
yes, sir.
See, with respect to human body, seriousness of the disease. Correct? So that disease is nothing but defect with respect to human body. When you just take software application, seriousness of defect, just because of the defect, how much impact will be there on the business workflow? See, to run some business, you will be using software application. In that software application, if you are identifying the defect, that defect, how much is it going to affect the business workflow? So this is nothing but what, my dear Pooja, severity. Severity means what? Severity describes the seriousness of defect. How much impact on business flow? So now let us understand what is that blocker defect based upon severity. What is that critical defect based upon severity? What is that major defect based upon severity? What is that minor defect based upon severity? Okay, now blocker. So for blocker, one more name is there, my dear Pooja, that is nothing but show topper. Okay, can you read that example, Pooja? So two examples I have specified in that PPT. So those examples, can you read it out, my dear Pooja?
Application crashed, login not worked.
Now tell me, Pooja, you are testing Facebook application, Pooja. That Facebook server, okay, that Facebook server. See, in that server, Facebook application is installed. Big computer. Inside that big computer, Facebook application is installed. Inside that server, that Facebook application itself is crashed. Don't you think that is defect?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, whenever you are encountering this with this kind of defect, will you be able to continue with the further testing activities, ma?
No.
So I hope. So these kind of defects, you can just call it as what, Pooja? Blocker.
Blocker.
Now, login not worked. See, if for example, Gmail application is there. In Gmail application, login functionality is not working. Tell me, Pooja, will you be able to log in successfully into the application? Will you be able to test that compose functionality? Will you be able to test that inbox functionality, sent item, so draft, so starred, or important? Tell me.
No, sir.
So just because of this defect, you are not able to proceed with the further things. Whenever you are identifying this kind of defect or defects, immediately specify blocker. Severity of the defect will be what? Blocker. Here you see here. Here you see. So severity field is there, no? So if you feel that defect is blocker, please specify that blocker in this field. Are you getting my point?
Mm. Yes, sir.
Fine. Critical. Okay, Pooja. Example. First example you tell me, Pooja.
Fund transfer is not working in net banking.
Tell me, Pooja, that fund transfer, is it main functionality in banking application?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Example 2, can you read out?
Ordering product in e-commerce application is not working.
Amazon, you know, Amazon is e-commerce application, my dear Pooja. Correct.
Mm.
So most
Yes, sir.
frequently, why you will be using that Amazon application, Pooja? To order.
For order. Yeah.
Correct. The
Mm.
ordering product feature is only not working. Don't you think that is main functionality or basic functionality, ma Pooja?
Yes, sir.
Just because of the defect, customer business workflow is broken. See, registration is happening, login is also happening, application has not got crashed. You are able to log in. After login, one main functionality is their fund transfer. In that fund transfer, one defect will come, which is nothing but entire fund transfer you will not be able to use. You will not be able to transfer the money to another account. So can you read the definition, Pooja? Please tell me, Pooja.
the main or basic functionality is not working. Customer business workflow is broken. They cannot proceed further.
Correct? Huh? Any Pooja?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No. No, sir.
Whenever you identify this kind of defect, please, my dear Pooja, specify severity of the defect as critical. So main or basic functionality is only not working. Okay. So now, for example, in Gmail application, Compose functionality is not working. Whenever you are clicking on that Compose functionality, blank page is getting displayed. Pooja, tell me, critical or blocker?
Critical, sir.
Very good. Major. Can you please read that first example for major?
After sending email, there is no confirmation message.
Second example.
After booking cab, there is no confirmation.
See, this is somewhat undesirable behavior. Correct? See, things are working fine. For example, now for Manasa's account, you are transferring 1 crore rupees, Pooja. Just assume 1 crore rupees you are transferring to Manasa's account. So you will enter valid account number of Manasa. You will again re-enter valid account of Manasa. IFSC code you will enter, account holder name you will enter, and you will click on transfer also. So everything is going fine. Now tell me, for you one confirmation message will not be getting displayed. Tell me, you will get gabrified.
Yes, sir.
Ayo, what happened to my 1 crore rupees? Whether Manasa has received or not. Ayo, what happened? Ayo, what happened? Say suppose that confirmation message would have got displayed. You have successfully transferred 1 crore rupees. Now tell me, Pooja, how will be your behavior? Normal behavior will be there.
No, sir.
Oh, message you are getting now.
Getting message is
1 crore
like
rupees you will transfer to Manasa's account. You will get one confirmation message.
then it is safe. I mean, confirmed, like amount is transferred.
So can you read the definition, Pooja?
It causes some undesirable behavior, but the feature or application is still functional.
Whenever you find this type of defect, please specify severity of the defect as what? Major. Clear, Pooja?
Yes, sir.
Minor. Read that example, ma.
Look and feel issues, spellings, alignments.
So graphical user interface defect. Correct? Tell me,
Yes, sir.
is it going to majorly affect the application? This kind of defect?
No.
Spelling mistakes, so alignment. So is it going to affect your business workflow?
No, sir. Not majorly.
Yes. So whenever you are identifying these kind of defects or defect, specify severity of the defect as minor. Understood, Pooja?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One of the favorite question, interviewer question. So they will give you one defect, Pooja. See, directly they are not going to ask, can you explain blocker defect? Can you explain critical? Directly they are not going to ask you. They will give you one defect. You have to understand the defect. After understanding, you have to write severity of the defect. Is the defect is blocker, critical, major, minor? Clear, ma, Pooja?
Yes, sir.
Quickly copy on this. Quickly.
The flow chart, sir. Before one.
Yes, everything. Flow chart. Sorry.
Yes. Mm. Done, sir.
Done, Pooja?
Just a minute, sir.
No,
Still one
no.
more.
Take your own time. But understand and copy, Pooja.
Yes, sir.
I hope it is done, Pooja.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Hey, name itself is telling, Pooja, priority, importance. Correct, right?
Hmm.
Pooja, now
Yes.
there are three different patients, Pooja. One patient, okay, one patient. But here and there some scratches have happened. So hand some scratch, or leg some scratch. So he is fine. He is able to walk. He is able to speak everything. And one more fellow. So fracture. So to his leg fracture has happened. One more fellow. Coma. He has went to coma. Now tell me for which patient you are going to give priority.
Coma. Who is in coma?
Priority is nothing but importance. From software perspective, if you want to understand this priority means importance defect. Second point you read, Pooja.
Defect priority states the order in which a defect should be fixed.
Much explanation is not required, I guess, Pooja.
Not required.
See, defect priority can be classified into three classes: P0, P1, P2, or P1, P2, P3. So let us assume P1, that is high priority. P2, medium priority. P3, low priority. So P0, instead of that P0, Pooja, you just consider it as P1, Pooja. So it depends on the company. So few company it will tell it as P0, Pooja. Some company starts from P1. But P0, P1, one and the same high priority, Pooja. So P0, high priority. Can you read that sentence, Pooja, quickly?
The defect must be resolved immediately as it affects the system severely and cannot be used until it is fixed.
Much explanation is required, Pooja.
No, sir.
Next, second one, P1, medium.
It can wait until a new versions or builds is created.
Means in the new versions we can fix the defect. P2.
Low, developer can fix it in later releases.
So maybe one release of the software product has handed over to the customer. one more release, maybe in future customer will give some more requirements for the same software product. So one more release they are going to have. So in that release they can fix the defect. Are you getting my point, ma Pooja?
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, please copy down quickly. Pooja.
Done, sir.
So, Pooja, in interviews, okay, they ask you, can you give one example for high severity, high priority bug? High severity, low priority bug. Low severity, high priority bug. Next, low severity, low priority bug. So examples they can ask. Here you please notice, Pooja. High severity, high priority. Read this bug, Pooja.
Login is taking to the blank page.
So is it high severity, high priority defect?
Yes, sir.
Now, high severity, low priority. High severity, low priority. Tell me this one, Pooja.
About us link is going to the blank page.
See, priority is low, but when you think from application business workflow, see a business from business point of view, you just think, okay, about us link is not working means, tell me how the customer can get to know about the company, Pooja. Correct na? See, 100% this defect is not affecting the whole application. But when you think from customer's business perspective, don't you think it is high severity, Pooja?
Yes, sir.
Next, low severity, high priority. Low severity, high priority. Can you read this, Pooja?
After user is logged into application, he can see home page, but there is a spelling mistake in home page.
Say for example, company name. Okay, company name itself spelling mistake is there. Now tell me, as soon as any customer opens the home page, what he is going to feel? Is he going to feel somewhat? Tell me.
If the
See,
spelling mistake is there, definitely.
this defect is not affecting customers' business workflow. Correct? But you just think about the priority. Correct, right? Customer, what he feels. My company name only spelling mistake is there. Correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now low severity, low priority. Read that.
User opened contact page. Email ID has spelling mistake.
See, contact page. It will be somewhere, Pooja. See, is it a email ID contact number? Is it going to get highlighted? Whenever you click on that contact link, then only email ID, phone number will get displayed. Or as soon as you open the application, is it going to display email ID or contact?
No.
Correct. So that is
Hmm.
low severity, low priority. Correct. So mainly you should understand severity meaning, priority meaning. So please quickly copy down this, Pooja. So quickly. Understood now how to analyze this table?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it.
High severity, high priority. Login is taking to the blank page. High severity, low priority. About us link is going to blank page. Low severity, high priority. After user is logged into application, he can see home page, but there is a spelling mistake in home page. Low severity, low priority. User opened contact page, email ID has spelling mistake. Quickly write down, ma. Puja, writing?
Yes, sir, writing.
Right. Understand and write. Okay. Manasa had got some emergency work, I guess. She had messaged me.
Yes, sir.
Pooja, electrical planning also you guys are going to do, Pooja?
No, sir.
There is no any electrical planning things and all.
No. Done, sir.
Pooja, some more examples are there, Pooja. Okay. You please take the screenshot.
Yeah.
Later, understand, copy down same things into your notes. Okay, Pooja?
Yes, sir. Taken.
Okay. Fine. We'll meet in the next session, ma. Pooja. Fine, na?
Okay, sir.
So,
Okay.
next session, manual testing. Oh, the very next day itself, we will begin with the project. Okay, Pooja?
Okay, sir.
So, defect life cycle we have left out. So, we will complete the defect life cycle. And one more thing, you all have to revise the things. So, I think you are not finding time to revise the things. Have you revised?
Not completely. Half done.
Please make time and revise the things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine, Pooja.
Yeah.
Good night. Please take care. We'll meet in the next session. Good night. Good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good night.